Okay, I have some really good news today. So about my college, when I do, my plan is going to become a coder, and I want to locate a site. And I'm not going to spill the beans on it. I'm not going to publicly leak the site. I'll tell you where it is. It's in southern Wisconsin. I will not leak the site, and I know it might be cringy, but I don't want people to find and acquire it. And that is why I'm withholding the name, location, and other further data of the site until I officially acquire it. If I officially acquire it. Anyway, today I was informed because of my operations in STEM, or I think that's what it's called, I have a possibility of getting my college career walking out of college without dropping a penny on it. And this is absolutely amazing for me to hear. Because the last thing I really want is my mother or my father to be stressed over college funds. Well, 4 years of college, well, if I get out, if I start college after I get out of high school, 23 to 24, 23, 24, 24, 25, 25, 26, 26, 27. I can get out of college probably by 2027. If by 2027 or 2028. And if I can get out of college by then, I'm going to rack up money. I'm going to go from having $200 in my account, maybe even to $2 million. And I got plans, bro. I got plans, hopefully, where if I die of natural causes, I'll probably die a rich-ass dude. Now, I just gotta keep remembering what I'm gonna do, stick to it, and not give up. Therefore, I can achieve my goal. Oh, I cannot wait. Honestly, I am ambitious after all. So yeah. Last night I did not stream because I was playing Phantom Forces, and I was just having a little bit of fun. Now every time somebody says, "Ooh, you're autistic, gross," I'm just gonna say, "Hey, I may have autism, but at least I get free tuition." Just stuff. That's how the government should work. College debt is such a problem. I think what Elon Musk said is amazing. He said, if the school system works, why do we have a $1 trillion student debt problem? I think that's true. It sucks because it takes such long time to get out of college debt. It can really screw people over. I hope that my college can be taken from home, because I'm going to live with my parents for a while. my exchange was I will live with my parents, but in doing so, I will promise to do college and take care of the house and them for them until I leave. So yeah, that's my deal. Anyway, hold on. Can you take computer programming college classes at home? It's possible and not uncommon to learn how to program online in the comfort of your own home. Which is good, because if I can learn how to code from here, that means even, you know what? Here's the thing. Here's why I also want to do this. Because when I'm sick, the only thing I'm reduced to wanting to do is play video games. And if I can play video games, I can sure as hell probably code. Because all you gotta do with coding, what's it called? And because you sit at home all day and you code, literally, if you get sick, you don't even have to go to work. You can still work. Unless you're like almost dying sick, of course. Which is another reason why I want to become a programmer. That way I can assure my work effort to almost 100%. Making my work effort nearly unparalleled to other careers. Programmers can be paid from $100,000 a year to 150. My mom apparently has a friend who gets paid 160 and just sits at home. Just what a Chad. Sits at home all day and codes and gets paid fat money. And I'm not going into coding just because of the money. I'm wanting to go into it because I'm interested in coding. I want to learn from home. I want to work from home. And coding is something I understand. Plus, coding is going to become very, very much in demand. In fact, in my state of Illinois, it's almost about to become mandatory. Like, it's almost going to be legalized to know computer coding. So I think my goal, my New Year's resolution goal, is to try to learn Python. Python is somewhat of a pretty common language, if I'm not wrong. And it's, yeah, I've heard it's a very common language. Because I have a place, and it's an abandoned place in Wisconsin. I've done research, and I think I might have a good chance of acquiring it. I don't, because I hope it's unclaimed, because if it's unclaimed, I could possibly claim it. And I doubt, I hope if someone does own it, I hope they can give it to me, because the property value doesn't even look that valuable. But hopefully I can get it. It's been abandoned for probably at least 20, 30 years now. But if I could claim it, which would be cool, that could lower my cost even more. Meaning that, literally, if I walk out of college, so I could possibly walk out of college and start my fund. Let's say 2027, okay? Let's say I walk out and I still, like, I make a deal with my parents to get food, but I work for them, and maybe I work at home and I become a programmer and start building my reputation up. Maybe, just maybe, I could build enough money. Let's say the property costs like what? I don't want to go to Wisconsin. I have like $7 grand. If I could probably work here for about 5 years, so that's about 32. I want to move to Wisconsin in about 10 years. So 2032 to 2035. And I'm not going to go to Wisconsin until I have enough money to buy a property and build a house. A well house. Either that, or if I do find a site, I want to settle in it. It's an abandoned old shack. And you know what makes me interested one day? One day I could go back to the stream talking about what I am right now. Right now, I'm playing chess and I'm beginning for my next move. I have the world in front of my hands. And unlike some people with drugs, I'm not going to screw it up. I'm going to fight. Right now, in a year, or in May, about 8 months, or probably about 11 months, I'm going to start climbing. It's going to be like climbing Mount Everest, man. I may not stream as much, but I have 11 months, okay? If I don't stream that much, guys, just know that I'm... And the thing is, with my career, I might want to try to get it. Like, with my career, I could possibly keep on streaming, which means that I live happy. And some coders live, or work, like what, 3 days a week? I don't know. However, there's a cost. Coders have to go through intense training. Shit, I should have paid attention in trig class. Anyway. It's gonna be intense. I've heard less than 1% are applied. I want to apply either Google or Apple or something. I want to do my research. I know coding's not like in the movies where it's like green bars of code. It's literally like just typing a report, but it's nonsense. Which objectively it might get boring. But hey. Literally, if I said, hey, I want to go get a freaking Gatorade from my fridge downstairs in my house, I'll walk my ass up and get that Gatorade. There's no having to wait or go wait in the cooler. You don't have to go to work. Which is amazing. My plan, hopefully in college, is to get a college job. Maybe... I want something maybe I can work at college. Or something. Hopefully I can build up money there. I want to start like a job. Like, maybe like a fast food restaurant. I don't know if I want to work fast food, actually. I've heard it's pretty awful. I mean, it's okay for work experience. Not only do I want to get more money, but I want to put some stuff under my belt for a resume. That way, I can increase my chances of getting hired. Let's see. I've worked at a library. I've worked at a special ed spot. I'm not going to share the name of it because, you know, it's classified. I worked at a library. I'm working at a library, which is awesome. I'm also not going to share the name of the library for privacy. So yeah, I've got some plans. A month ago, I didn't even have as many plans as I have right now. So yeah, let's review a plan one more time. First, I complete high school. And this summer, I may try to learn from one of my mom's friends how to do programming to get myself prepped. I want to take a summer off, which means I'll stream a little bit more. However, I need to be cautious about this because people that actually take summers off are more at risk of just not getting into the school habit. And those people sometimes get screwed over or screwed up, whatever. Anyway, then I want to go to college and get a 4-year tuition. It won't be easy. It'll be tough. I'll trip and fall. I'll climb Mount Everest, fall maybe a quarter of the way down, have to get myself back up. But I will fight to the death. Almost quite literally to the death. I will fight until I either get cancer or die of a heart attack or a stroke or get shot. I will fight my way towards my career. And I'll fight with honor. I feel so courageous right now. And nothing is going... the only thing that'll stop me is if I fall ill and die. So yeah, once I go to college, I will start learning that. And I hope the college classes are not long as hell. I want them, well, they're probably gonna be long. I hope I have enough time to stream, but I might have to stop. I might have to calm down on streaming. Anyway, once I start college, I'll learn that and learn for 4 years, and I want to plan to get a job. Not only because I could build up a little bit of money on the way. Like, let's say if I get a job, let's say it pays like what, 25,000. Even if it pays 25,000, and I can make a deal with my mom to eat here for free, I've got 100,000 under my belt before I go, and that could mean I can move there from 2032 as low as 2031 or 30. Then, after that, I work for at least about half a decade possibly, accumulate money, scout out land in North, and do research. And after I do that, if my plan goes right, I'll finally pull the trigger, and my plan will fully unfold. And I'll acquire land in Wisconsin, buy or build a house, one advanced enough to carry me. Pretty advanced, cool ass looking house. You know? And then I'll live out the remainder of my life in an awesome ass house in the middle of Wisconsin, where I'll vastly, hopefully, accumulate wealth and live out the rest of my days, well, programming. Honestly, I can't wait. Which is why I'm actually on a hurry to build, to do stuff before I can't. Tonight, I think maybe I'll take a break and formulate my plan. Also, my weakness to my plan is I barely have any backup plans, and I need to fill that. Well, Oh, my puppy. I like how the windows are set up on this building. This building looks pretty cool. One, two, three, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Wait. 10. 26 by 10, so that's 5. 5 by 13. Hopefully this works. I want to make something that connects these 4 slots at this building. I was thinking about making a platform, but I'm not, I want to say if I can make something different. No. Am I not supposed to... Oh, shucks. Something ain't wrong. Something ain't right here. Oh, wait, hold on. Never mind, I'm stupid. All I had to do is just do that. Aw, my dogs love my dad. Happy Shepherd! That's what a happy German Shepherd sounds like, by the way. Then what did I do wrong here? Okay, okay, I see. Boom, 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 boom. Be right back. Be right back. I got some freshly modified glasses, my guys. They're all cool now. It's my new glasses. Check them out. Where are my old ones at? I don't know. These ones have a nice frame. They don't have a bottom on them. That way I can see easier, and we got the magnification problem fixed. So, yeah. This helps stream out blue light, and I can stream longer with these glasses on. Because what happens is that blue light is the most powerful light on the color spectrum, and it penetrates deep into the back of the eye, causing eye strain and pain. So, it's good to get used to wearing the glasses, because if I want to be coding, I'm going to have to be looking at screens a lot. I'll watch some videos. Everything wrong with the combat rifle in Fallout 4. The fact that you have to pull the bolt back and push it is... Hold on.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places in the U.S.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy, Randy Boy, back at it again with another Fallout 4 video. And for this video, I'm going to be addressing one of the worst weapon designs in the entire Fallout franchise. Fallout 4
I have a soft spot for the
terrible
combat
weapon
rifle.
designs, and the combat rifle sure is one of them. Some may say it looks fine, but if you take a closer look, you'll see that it's extremely
The suppressor says 12 gauge, even though you shoot like 308, 38, or 45.
The front end of a BAR, then smashed it together and cut down both the barrel and stock, thus creating this cursed abomination combination. And the result looks as if the PPSH and BAR made forbidden love and gave birth in radioactive toxic waste. So, loaded with errors. So, to keep track of all the mistakes, I'll include a cringe counter in the top right corner, and I challenge you to make it all the way to the end without physically recoiling in disgust. Not only is this weapon an absolute eyesore, it doesn't make sense in the lore either, and there's no reason for it to exist. I'll explain everything wrong with the combat rifle in great detail.
I saw the guns in Fallout New Vegas. I would say the guns in Fallout New Vegas, even though I didn't play that game, feels like it'd be a lot better. I think what's wrong? Come on, you're telling me it's Fallout 4, but we can have a 1911? Like, bro, 1911s are built in 1911. The only gun that actually exists from the real world are Tommy guns. Like, bro, like I don't know, like, bro.
Way, you may learn some cool gun facts. I'll also be showcasing some amazing, high-quality mods made by the community, so we can see what Fallout 4's combat rifle should have been. With all that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. At first glance, the combat rifle isn't too bad. Okay, it's pretty bad, but at least it's not like the other rifle in the game. That one.
Yeah, the assault rifle is ass. The only gun, like, in design, like, as in looks and functionality in the real world, would be ass.
Combat rifle is a close runner-up to the most cursed gun in Fallout 4. It looks like a generic World War II era gun, albeit one that a little kid drew in their notebook during history class. That's because this gun is not a direct replica of any real-life gun, but it does take inspiration from a couple of historical World War II weapons. The stock, trigger guard, receiver, and iron sights are a near one-to-one recreation of the Russian PPSH submachine gun, but the front end of the rifle, including the barrel, front grip, and magazine, are more inspired by the American Browning automatic rifle. Both ends meet and mix in the middle.
Browning automatic
The overall
rifles,
shape of the
something
receiver
else.
is that of the PPSH, but the ejection port and charging handle are more like the BAR. Smashing those two guns together is not very creative or aesthetically pleasing. It just looks cursed, and it's a straight-up insult to John Browning's legacy. How dare they take such a pristine
I think it looks
firearm
okay.
and taint it with parts from a filthy commie gun? Like, do you seriously expect me to believe that in the world of Fallout, where the U.S. takes the anti-communist propaganda to the max, that their standard issue combat rifle would be a ripoff of a communist design? Yeah, no chance. If Liberty Prime saw this gun, he would instantly blast it away with his big laser beam, because its communism levels are dangerously high. And don't try to tell me that this is some kind of post-war handmade gun. It is most certainly a pre-war American-made firearm. Due to how prevalent it is in the Commonwealth, it must have been mass-produced here in the States. Most
Like, could they give us an
this weapon was standard
AK-47?
issue for
I mean, like,
either
give us a
US
handmade
military
rifle.
or
But like,
the
bro.
National Guard. Even further, we know it's American-made because it's essentially the rifle version of the combat shotgun. And we know the combat shotgun was used by US troops in the Battle of Anchorage. Of course, I have the same complaint about the combat shotgun. It's even more like the PPSH. I'll have to tear that weapon apart soon, but for now, let's focus on the combat rifle. Fair warning though, it gets even worse from here on out. Now, the funniest part about the combat rifle is that it's not actually a rifle at all. It's chambered in 45 ACP,
Which is a
pistol
big,
caliber.
fat, and slow
And
bullet.
by definition, that means it's actually a
Pistol.
submachine gun. And
Oh.
before you say it could just be using a 45 caliber rifle round, no, you're wrong. It is most definitely 45 ACP. First, it's used in the other submachine gun, but somehow the base damage of that submachine gun is 3 times weaker despite using the same ammo. Now that's
I hate that
pure
bullshit.
Genius balanced game design right there. But anyway, you can simply look at the texture of the ammo box itself.
45, because if it touches a submachine gun, its damage decreases by 3,000. And I know that's made to, like, you know, I know that's made to be balanced, but in, like, an RPG, that should be increased. Like, if you're gonna cut in half, if you're gonna cut in half. Because 45 ACP is big and fat, but it's slow.
Of a pistol round. And if you still aren't convinced, then just look at the shell casings. Yeah, that is definitely a pistol round. A little detail I noticed though is that if you look close enough, it's actually labeled as 10mm auto. So that means Bethesda didn't even take the time to give
So yeah, if you put-
a unique texture. They
I'm about to ruin suppressors for the combat rifle. Mod your weapon, or find a weapon like a combat rifle with a suppressor. Look at the suppressor. It says 12 gauge. Do it. Do it. Seriously. Like, anyone that watches this video. Dead ass. I am not joking. Go mod your combat rifle, or go find one that is modded, and tell me what you find. Because it's hell.
The texture from the 10mm. Additionally, this gun deviates from both the BAR and PPSH because instead of being an open bolt design, it's actually a closed bolt. But it takes the term closed bolt way too seriously. The bolt never moves when firing. It is completely closed shut.
Oh shit, now I can't unsee
It
that.
does move, but only when you reload it.
Oh no.
Don't worry though, it just works. The gun
No.
manages to fire and cycle the rounds by phasing through the bolt. Now that's what I like to call certified Bethesda quality.
I never noticed that. I like the combat rifle's design. Kind of how it's a wooden, in a, but like, bro, still. What about, you know, 545? What about 22 bolts? I think 22 bolts, I think they were in Fallout New Vegas. You know, I think 22 bullets should be in Fallout 4, but they should have done like 20 damage or 30 damage. Because 22mm is the most common bullet. It's been made ever since, like, what, the 1880s? Or early 1900s, as far as I'm aware. And it is everywhere. 22 is everywhere. You cannot go to a gun shop and not find 22, unless it's like almost elections.
What's even more confusing is that the magazine is obviously designed for rifle-length ammunition. If it's chambered for pistol ammunition, then the magazine should be about half as wide. Same goes for the ejection port. It's also meant for rifle ammunition. Now, to make this truly convoluted and nonsensical, you can look at the magazine as it's loaded into the gun. Those are definitely rifle rounds.
Those look like 7.62.
Yet when you fire the gun, 45 ACP is spit out. So what in the world is going on here? I guess,
Dude, Bethesda, I like the, I don't know, the only thing I like.
Enter the chamber. Remember what I said about the BAR and PPSH having a baby with birth defects? Well, that's one of the biggest issues. It was obviously intended to be a rifle, but somehow the submachine gun gene from the PPSH took over after the rifle parts from the BAR already formed. I have no clue as to why the developers made this decision. Someone at Bethesda must have accidentally smacked their keyboard when editing the stats for the combat rifle. But knowing Bethesda, it probably was a deliberate design choice. A very boneheaded one, of course. At the very least, you are able to convert it to 308 with your gunsmithing skills.
Which is a pretty big one.
In that case, this whole debacle I've been ranting about is completely solved. But still, it makes zero sense as to why 45 ACP would be the default caliber for a combat rifle. It should have been 308 from the start. And if there were to be a lower caliber conversion, they could have just used 5.56. I have beef with some of the other attachments as well. Like this muzzle brake.
Oh my god!
Gigantic. It looks like it belongs.
I just forgot! That gun that it shoots 5.56. I think the combat rifle shoots 5.56. I don't know if you can apply a legendary effect that makes it shoot 2, but hey.
50 caliber anti-material rifle. The bayonet is even dumber. There's no lug or clamp or anything to hold the bayonet in place.
Dude, what the hell is this guy's mods? They are amazing.
If you use the bayonet with the short barrel, then it'll clip right through the front grip. That is certainly an improvement though. Since the bayonet is embedded in the grip, you can be sure that it won't ever budge. I don't have any issue with the reflex sight. It looks fine, but the sniper scope has a problem. The front part isn't mounted on the rail. The rail is way too short.
The rail on the combat rifle looks like shit.
At all. It's simply superglued right onto the receiver.
Hold on, when were Picatinny rails invented? Weaver rails, which are like Picatinny's, were built in 1930, technically before the diversion of Fallout 4. So Picatinny rails or something like them should have existed.
It's absolutely appalling.
I will say, I hate how the Picatinny rails are just welded onto the gun.
Wrong on a traditional rifle stock. With all the wrong attachments, you can truly
Holy
this
shit.
gun as if it already wasn't cursed enough. I also think it's super lame that you have to upgrade the rifle to get the long barrel and regular stock. In its default configuration, it's all sawn off. Or maybe it was just built like that? I have a hard time believing that this was standard issue pre-war. I really hope it wasn't. I guess everyone in the wasteland who've scavenged these guns are just a bunch of maniacs that live to violate the 1934 NFA. All around, this gun is confusing, both aesthetically and functionally. It's like it's having an identity crisis and it doesn't know what it wants to be. A full-sized rifle like the BAR, or a compact submachine gun like the PPSH. I think that's enough bashing of the combat rifle. I've beat it to the ground at this point. So, by now, you can clearly see that the combat rifle is loaded to the brim with cringe. It's truly one of the most cursed guns in Fallout, and perhaps all of gaming for that matter. I'd be surprised if you survived all that cringe. If you
Oh my
did,
god.
then you probably have a thing for it, and if that's the case, go ahead and subscribe for more. But that's enough cringe for now. It's time to cleanse our eyes with some beautiful mods made by the Fallout 4 community. I'm still wondering why Bethesda just didn't go with a BAR in the first place. It's pretty clear that's what they were going for, yet at the same time, they had no clue what they were doing with this design. They just spat out a random, goofy, cartoonish looking gun without much thought. Well, I'll tell you what it should have been. Hear me out, guys. How about an actual Browning automatic rifle? You know, the weapon that it's somewhat based on, but also not? Well, thanks to a modder named Glorious Warrior, we have quite the glorious BAR mod. It adds in a genuine M1918
I get they can't do that because guns and firearm companies have copyright, but still, they can rename it like Call of Duty does.
While the real BAR uses 30-06. That's fine by me though. It's done for simplicity's sake, so you don't need an entirely new ammo type just for one gun. Overall, the modder did an outstanding job at capturing the BAR in all its beauty. By all means, it's a superb in-game replica, and it perfectly encapsulates the very essence of the BAR itself. Its animations and sounds characterize it as a true, heavy, hard-hitting rifle. All that makes the gun very pleasing to operate. When placing this BAR next to the combat rifle, my goodness, it's not even a contest. This mod beats Bethesda's Lane combat rifle in every aspect.
And a modder has to do that, which is embarrassing.
Be wary though, you can bubba it up with extended magazines, cut down barrels, some muzzle attachments, and even a bunch of sights, including modern ones. So, I will say, I do think it's a bit odd and cursed that you can attach an ACOG scope and modern muzzle brakes on this gun. But hey, it is completely optional. For me, I like to keep it in its historical configuration. Astronomically better than what Bethesda managed to muster up. They had no reason to make this knockoff, especially considering that the BAR was present in Fallout New Vegas. It seems that Bethesda simply made this gun out of spite, because they're jealous that Obsidian is better. But yeah, this thing has no place in Fallout whatsoever. It would be better suited for Walmart, preferably in the toy aisle. Thankfully though, we have this awesome mod which gives the BAR the respect it deserves. It is certainly the best mod to replace that god-awful combat rifle. But wait a minute, the BAR wouldn't necessarily be the best fit to serve as Fallout 4's combat rifle. I'm talking more about the role of a combat rifle itself now, not the Fallout 4 weapon. More specifically, I should use the actual military term now. Battle rifle. Battle, combat, I mean, they're synonyms, so it's clear that the Fallout 4 combat rifle is meant to fill the role of battle rifle. A battle rifle can be defined as a semi-automatic or select-fire rifle chambered in a full-length rifle cartridge, such as 7.62x51 or 308. The Fallout 4 combat rifle would be classified as a battle rifle, assuming that you have it upgraded to use 308 though. I suppose you could classify the BAR as a battle rifle, but most people would say it's a light machine gun or squad automatic weapon. I guess it's a mix of both, because historically it was used in both roles. It's truly a one-of-a-kind, unique firearm. But either way, the BAR would not be in service at all by the 2070s, so it doesn't matter. It was phased out of service in the 1950s in favor of the much lighter, more convenient M14, which is a battle rifle. And soon after that, its LMG role was taken over by the
M60.
Both of those weapons are canon in Fallout, so we can only assume that the BAR falling out of service also happened in the Fallout timeline. The only time we can ever find the BAR is in Fallout New Vegas at the Sierra Madre Casino, so it's pretty rare. I'm guessing the casino bought a bunch of these surplus rifles for their security guards, because they were on clearance. It's possible that you'd find more throughout the wasteland. Probably in a museum, though. And they wouldn't be all over the place like how prevalent the combat rifle is. So, to properly fill that battle rifle role, we need a gun that was in common use up until the Great War.
Doing finance with RAM.
Like, okay, I know it's bad.
I hadn't noticed. Now, I can identify hidden value everywhere.
I know it might be cringe, but I think they should have added the M1. The M1 was not as good as a modern day rifle. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I wonder, what weapon fits
An M1.
It's been right in our faces this whole time. The HK G3, or I should call it the R91, as it's referred to in Fallout 3.
HK. Dude, in Phantom Forces, I used a gun called the HK416 and an HK21E. If they built the weapon like they did in Phantom Forces, yeah, I would have been happy. HKs, dude, anything I've used in the HK I've had so much fun with. in Phantom Forces, I used to main the HK until I switched over to the C7. Dude, but seriously, an M1 would have been a good idea. But can I say something? Can we please have a burst weapon in Fallout? Like, seriously. Come on.
My goodness, Bethesda. Y'all seriously love to destroy your own lore. Like, come on. They seriously put the R91 as the sign for Arturo's gun shop, and yet he doesn't sell any of them. I mean, come on. That has got to be false advertising. It's also depicted in the Commando perk. It's pretty obvious that this was supposed to be Fallout 4's battle rifle. The R91, as it's called, is based on the HKG3, which is a battle rifle chambered in 17.
I've used the G3 on Phantom Forces and it felt awesome.
R3 is actually chambered in 5.56. That's not necessarily an issue because the G3 does have a variant in 5.56 called the HK33. However, the R91 does use a magazine that is obviously intended for 7.62. So the devs made a mistake when chambering it in 5.56. I mean, I'm not surprised. That is a common theme in Bethesda games. They just aren't very good with firearms knowledge.
No.
To critique the R91 in a different video, but for now, let's focus on mod, which brings it back, but as a genuine HK G3. The HK G3 battle rifle mod by Sumbleader is definitely the best one.
Hold on. Phantom Forces. Hold on. Oh, I've been sounds in 4 minutes. Sniper. Oh, clunk clank clunk. Boom. Boom. TRG. Mosin. I forgot what this gun was. I think it's an SVD. That's the G3. Already? That's the G3. There you go. There's the HK. Tar. C7. 63. This is actually impressive. There's the op. I'm gonna go shooting.